After the age of 60, many men and women begin to notice a troubling pattern. Climbing the stairs feels harder, standing up from a chair takes extra effort, and the once simple act of walking long distances can suddenly feel exhausting. For some, the change is gradual. For others, it seems to happen almost overnight. The legs, once dependable and strong, begin to feel weaker, and for many seniors this weakness becomes one of the biggest threats to independence. When we talk about aging, most people immediately think of wrinkles, gray hair, or joint stiffness. But in reality, leg strength is one of the clearest indicators of overall health and longevity. Doctors often say, "Strong legs, strong life." And they are right. Studies show that seniors who maintain leg strength have a lower risk of falls, fractures, disability, and even premature death. On the other hand, when leg strength declines, the risk of losing independence rises dramatically. The silent epidemic of leg weakness after 60. What many don't realize is that leg weakness in seniors is not just about getting old. Yes, muscle naturally shrinks with age in a process called sarcopenia, but the rate at which it happens varies from person to person. Some 70-year-olds can still hike mountains while others struggle to walk across the room. Why such a difference? Doctors and researchers have identified several key factors. Loss of muscle fibers with age, especially fast-twitch fibers that help with balance and sudden movement. Reduced activity. Many seniors naturally slow down, which accelerates muscle loss. Nutrient deficiencies, especially in vitamins and minerals that support muscle, nerve, and bone health. Chronic conditions such as diabetes, arthritis, or circulation problems that further weaken the legs. Among these, nutrient intake is often the most overlooked factor. Many seniors eat less than they did in their younger years, sometimes skipping meals or relying on quick processed foods. Others take supplements, thinking they are protecting their health, but here's the surprising truth: not all supplements are helpful. In fact, some can make leg weakness worse. The hidden role of vitamins in leg strength. When we hear the word vitamins, most of us immediately think of health, energy, and vitality. We imagine they are always beneficial, that more vitamins mean stronger bodies. But the human body is delicate. Vitamins interact with each other, with minerals, and with our organs in ways that are not always straightforward. Some vitamins, when taken in excess, can damage the very systems that support leg function. Others, when taken in isolation without balance, can create deficiencies elsewhere in the body. This is especially true in seniors because the aging body processes nutrients differently than it did decades earlier. For example, the kidneys and liver, which filter excess vitamins, may not work as efficiently after 60. The digestive system may absorb nutrients differently, meaning seniors can easily become deficient in one vitamin while overdosing on another. Certain prescription medications interact with vitamins, creating unintended side effects, like muscle cramps, fatigue, or even bone thinning. This means that the wrong vitamins, or the wrong amounts of them, can directly contribute to leg weakness, instability, and fatigue. Why doctors are sounding the alarm. Over the past decade, doctors have started noticing a pattern. Many seniors who complain of tired, aching, or weak legs are often taking supplements daily. When physicians look closer, they discover that in some cases, the supplements themselves are fueling the problem. Imagine this scenario. A 68-year-old man worried about bone health starts taking a high-dose vitamin every morning. He believes he is protecting his legs, but within a year he notices more muscle cramps, his balance worsens, and his doctor says his risk of falls has increased. What happened? It turns out that the very vitamin he thought would protect him was silently weakening his legs by interfering with calcium metabolism. Another case. A 72-year-old woman takes a daily multivitamin just to be safe. But her dosage of one particular vitamin far exceeds what her body needs at her age. Instead of more energy, she feels drained. Her legs feel heavy and she struggles with fatigue. Again, the problem was hidden in the pills she thought were protecting her. These are not isolated cases. Researchers now warn that two specific vitamins are among the most problematic for seniors' leg health. At first, this sounds shocking. Aren't vitamins supposed to help? Yes, but in the right balance, at the right age, and for the right person. How leg weakness impacts daily life. Before we reveal those vitamins, let's take a step back and understand why leg weakness is such a serious issue for seniors. Falls and fractures. Weak legs are the #1 cause of falls in older adults. A single fall can lead to broken bones, hip fractures, or head injuries. In fact, falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in seniors. Loss of independence. When climbing stairs or walking to the grocery store becomes too difficult, seniors often lose confidence. Many withdraw from activities they once enjoyed, accelerating both physical and mental decline. Circulation problems. Weak legs can also signal poor blood flow, which leads to swelling, cramping, or restless legs at night. Quality of life. Beyond physical health, weak legs affect emotional well-being. Seniors may feel frustrated, embarrassed, or depressed when they can no longer move as freely. This is why understanding the hidden impact of vitamins on leg strength is so crucial. If avoiding two common supplements could help seniors regain confidence in their legs, prevent falls, and stay independent longer, it's knowledge worth spreading. In this video we'll explore the 2 worst vitamins that secretly weaken seniors' legs after 60. Why they cause more harm than good in older adults. Real-life stories of seniors who experience these problems. What alternatives doctors actually recommend for protecting leg strength, bone health, and mobility. By the end, you'll understand not only which vitamins to avoid but also how to build a safer, stronger nutrition plan for your legs and overall health. Why senior legs become weaker, and the role of wrong vitamins. As we get older, it's no secret that our legs don't feel the same as they once did. Walking upstairs feels heavier, standing up from a chair takes more effort, and sometimes just holding balance becomes a real challenge. Many seniors blame this purely on aging, but the truth is more complicated. Doctors have discovered that one hidden factor worsening leg weakness after 60 is the wrong use of vitamins. Yes, even something as healthy as a supplement can, in certain cases, drain strength instead of boosting it. Before we dive into the exact 2 worst vitamins causing this issue, let's understand why senior legs naturally weaken, and how vitamins can either help or harm this process. 1. Age-related muscle decline, sarcopenia. Around the age of 60, our body naturally begins to lose muscle mass in a condition called sarcopenia. Research shows that older adults may lose 1 to 2% of muscle every year, and this primarily affects the legs and hips, the muscles we depend on most for walking, balance, and daily activity. Now, if you're taking vitamins that are poorly absorbed or even toxic in high amounts, this natural decline can accelerate. Instead of helping the body hold on to strength, the wrong supplement can block nutrient absorption, create imbalances, and leave leg muscles hungry for energy. 2. Nerve and circulation issues. The legs rely on 2 main systems: nerves for coordination and circulation for oxygen and nutrients. Certain vitamins, when taken in excess, can actually harm the nervous system or thicken the blood, leading to poor oxygen delivery to muscles. This leaves seniors feeling like their legs are heavy, tingling, or unstable. For example, some seniors complain of a pins and needles sensation in the legs. At first, it's blamed on sitting too long, but in many cases, it's linked to vitamin imbalance interfering with nerve health. 3. Oversupplementation is a hidden risk. Most seniors believe, the more vitamins, the better. Unfortunately, this is far from the truth. In reality, the body has a delicate balance of nutrients, and when one is too high, it often throws another out of balance. For example, taking too much of a single vitamin can prevent absorption of others. Oversupplementation can strain the kidneys and liver, which filter toxins from the blood. Some vitamins, when stored in fat tissues, can accumulate to toxic levels over time. This is why doctors emphasize, it's not just about what you take but how much and how often. 4. Why the legs suffer first. You may wonder, why do the legs seem to show the earliest signs of weakness from vitamin mistakes? The answer lies in how the body prioritizes energy. Legs are the largest muscles in the body and require a significant blood supply to stay strong. If nutrients are lacking or poorly distributed, the legs are the first to feel it. That's why fatigue, cramping, or heaviness often begins in the legs before spreading to other areas. 5. The subtle early warning signs. Doctors warn that seniors often ignore early symptoms of vitamin-related leg weakness because they seem minor at first. Some of the subtle signs include difficulty rising from a chair without using hands for support, climbing stairs slower than before, needing to pause more often during walks, calf cramps at night, feeling unsteady while standing still. If you notice these signs, it may not just be old age. It could be a signal that your body is reacting negatively to certain vitamins. 6. The false comfort of safe labels. Another mistake many seniors make is trusting the labels on vitamin bottles. Marketing often promotes supplements as safe and essential. But in truth, even common vitamins, when taken incorrectly, can silently damage nerves, strain muscles, and make legs weaker. Doctors stress that natural doesn't always mean safe, and more isn't always better. 7. Preparing for the reveal. Now that we've built the foundation, you understand why senior legs naturally weaken and how vitamins play a surprising role in this decline. In the next part, we'll reveal the 2 worst vitamins that doctors specifically warn seniors about. But remember, the goal isn't to scare you, it's to empower you with knowledge. By identifying and avoiding these mistakes, you can protect your leg strength, improve balance, and walk with confidence even after 60. Vitamin E overload. Why too much can weaken senior legs? If vitamin D is one of the most common deficiencies among seniors, vitamin E sits on the opposite side of the spectrum. Instead of being deficient, many older adults actually take too much of it. That's because vitamin E has long been marketed as a super antioxidant, a vitamin that protects cells from aging, boosts immunity, and supports the heart. While some of that is true in moderation, the full story is more complicated. Here's what many don't realize. Excessive vitamin E supplementation, especially in high doses from capsules, can backfire in surprising ways. Instead of strengthening your health, it can quietly weaken your legs, increase bruising, and even raise your risk of falls. The hidden dangers of vitamin E overload. Vitamin E is fat-soluble, which means it doesn't flush out easily through urine like vitamin C does. Instead, it builds up in the body's fat tissues. Over time, this accumulation can interfere with blood clotting and muscle function. Muscle weakness. Studies suggest that too much vitamin E may impair how your muscles contract and recover. For seniors, that means weaker legs, slower reflexes, and more difficulty standing up from a chair or climbing stairs. Balance issues. Vitamin E in excess can affect nerve signaling. This can contribute to mild coordination problems, which are especially dangerous after 60 when balance naturally declines. Easy bruising and bleeding. Because vitamin E thins the blood at high levels, even a small bump on the shin or thigh can leave large, painful bruises. Internal bleeding risk also increases, particularly if combined with blood-thinning medications. Why seniors are at higher risk. Many seniors take multiple supplements at once, sometimes without telling their doctors. If you look at the labels of multivitamins, fortified foods, and separate capsules, vitamin E often overlaps. A senior might unknowingly get 2 to 3 times the recommended daily amount. The recommended daily allowance, RDA, for vitamin E is 15 milligrams, 22.4 IU. Yet, some supplements contain 200 IU, 400 IU, or even 1000 IU per capsule. That's like putting your legs in circulation under constant strain. Another reason seniors are vulnerable is medication interaction. Common drugs like aspirin, statins, or anticoagulants for heart conditions can interact with vitamin E, amplifying its blood-thinning effect. This not only makes bruises worse but also increases fall risks because weaker leg muscles and poor balance combine into a dangerous recipe. Consider Mr. Harris, a 72-year-old who wanted to protect his heart. He started taking a 400 IU vitamin E capsule daily, on top of his regular multivitamin. Within months, he noticed more bruises on his calves and thighs, even though he couldn't recall bumping into anything. He also complained about his legs feeling heavier when walking his dog. When his doctor reviewed his supplements, the high-dose vitamin E was identified as the culprit. Once he scaled back, the bruising lessened and his leg stamina improved. This example isn't rare. Many seniors assume more vitamins mean more health. But in reality, it often creates the opposite effect. So what should seniors do instead? Rely on food sources first. Natural vitamin E from foods is far safer and balanced. Great sources include sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, avocados, and olive oil. These provide vitamin E in moderation, alongside other beneficial nutrients. Avoid high-dose supplements unless prescribed. If your doctor prescribes vitamin E for a medical condition, follow their dosage carefully. Otherwise, avoid megadoses. Watch for hidden vitamin E. Check labels on multivitamins and fortified foods. If you already eat nuts, seeds, and healthy oils regularly, you may not need additional supplementation. Monitor for symptoms. If you notice more bruising, unexplained weakness in your legs, or dizziness, review your supplement list with your doctor. The takeaway: while vitamin E in its natural form from foods is beneficial, oversupplementation is one of the two worst vitamin mistakes seniors make after 60. Instead of protecting your muscles and circulation, too much vitamin E can weaken your legs, slow your walking speed, and increase your risk of falls. Balance is the key. Your body needs enough to stay healthy, but not so much that it tips into harm. Why vitamin E becomes a silent threat for senior legs. Now that we've talked about vitamin A, let's move to the second vitamin that doctors say often weakens legs in seniors after 60. And this one usually comes as a shock. That vitamin is vitamin E. Most people think of vitamin E as something good, because it's often marketed as an antioxidant, a skin support supplement, or a capsule that helps fight aging. And yes, in small food-based amounts, vitamin E does support cell repair and helps the body deal with free radicals. But here's the hidden truth: high doses of vitamin E, especially from supplements, can silently weaken muscles, interfere with blood clotting, and increase the risk of falls in seniors. Let's unpack this carefully. The muscle weakness connection. Research has shown that when seniors take more than 400 IU international units of vitamin E daily, it can disrupt how muscle cells use oxygen. Instead of helping muscles recover, too much vitamin E actually slows their repair process. This leads to what doctors call myopathy, a fancy word for muscle weakness, soreness, or cramping. And because leg muscles are the largest and most heavily used muscles in the body, especially for standing, walking, and climbing stairs, they're the first to show signs of this weakness. This is why some older adults who take vitamin E capsules for energy or anti-aging actually feel the opposite: heavier legs, more cramps at night, or shaky knees when standing. Blood thinning risks and bruising. Another hidden danger of high vitamin E intake is its blood thinning effect. Vitamin E interferes with vitamin K, the nutrient responsible for helping blood clot. This means that if a senior takes too much vitamin E, they might bruise easily even from small bumps, experience slow healing when they get a cut, be at greater risk of internal bleeding, especially if they're also on medications like aspirin or warfarin, which many seniors are. Why is this relevant to leg strength? Because when bruising and poor circulation combine with muscle weakness, it discourages seniors from walking or exercising. They fear falling, they feel fragile, and their legs become weaker from inactivity. Doctors often warn that the real danger isn't just muscle weakness or bruising, it's the increased risk of falls. Imagine this: a senior who thinks they're protecting their health by taking a daily vitamin E capsule might unknowingly be slowing their muscle recovery, weakening their leg strength, making their blood thinner. So, if they fall, even a small injury could lead to a dangerous bleed. Falls are one of the top reasons seniors lose independence after 60. And too much vitamin E quietly feeds into that risk. Where are seniors getting too much vitamin E? Here's the tricky part. Most people don't realize how much vitamin E they're consuming. Capsules and supplements. Many anti-aging or immune-boosting supplements contain high doses of vitamin E, sometimes 2 to 3 times the safe upper limit. Seniors often take these daily, thinking more is better. Fortified foods. Some processed foods, breakfast cereals, and even cooking oils are fortified with extra vitamin E. Without knowing it, a person's daily intake adds up quickly. Skin creams and oils. While topical vitamin E is generally safe, some seniors also swallow vitamin E oil capsules, doubling their intake. What doctors actually recommend. The truth is, the body only needs about 15 milligrams, 22 IU, of vitamin E daily. That's it. Just a small amount. And most people can easily get that through food without ever touching a supplement. Some excellent natural sources include sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, avocados, olive oil. When vitamin E comes from whole foods, it's balanced with other nutrients and doesn't overload the body. The problems start when people take high-dose supplements. I once came across the case of a 72-year-old woman who was faithfully taking a daily vitamin E capsule because she read online it would protect her heart. Within a year, she noticed constant leg cramps at night, easy bruising on her calves and thighs, trouble climbing stairs because her knees felt weak. When her doctor reviewed her supplements, the culprit was clear. A 400 IU vitamin E capsule she'd been taking every single day. After stopping the supplement and switching to a food-based approach, her bruising went away and her leg strength gradually returned. This story shows why doctors are now warning seniors. High-dose vitamin E isn't just unnecessary, it can actively harm your legs. After 60, seniors need to be especially careful with vitamin E. Safe in food amounts. Risky in supplement form, especially above 200 IU daily. Can weaken leg muscles, thin the blood and raise fall risk. So if you, or someone you love, is taking vitamin E daily, it's worth reviewing with a doctor to see if it's truly necessary. Vitamin E supplements, hidden risk for senior leg weakness. Now that we've carefully discussed vitamin D and its potential risks when overused, it's time to shift our focus to another supplement that many seniors often believe is a miracle cure for aging: vitamin E. For decades, vitamin E has been marketed as a powerful antioxidant that protects cells, slows aging, improves heart health, and even boosts immunity. It's easy to see why so many older adults turn to it, thinking it will strengthen their body and prevent disease. But when we look closely at the research, especially in people over the age of 60, a surprising truth emerges. Excess vitamin E may actually do more harm than good, particularly for your legs, muscles, and overall mobility. 1. Why seniors take vitamin E? Most seniors who use vitamin E supplements do so for 3 main reasons. Antioxidant belief: they think it will fight free radicals and keep them younger. Heart protection: some advertisements suggested vitamin E reduces heart disease risk. Muscle support: since vitamin E plays a role in cell repair, many assume it will strengthen muscles and improve stamina. But here's the catch. While vitamin E from food sources like nuts, seeds, and leafy greens is beneficial, high-dose supplements can be dangerous. 2. How too much vitamin E weakens the legs. Doctors now warn that excess vitamin E may directly or indirectly contribute to weaker legs and reduce stability in seniors. Let's break down the mechanisms. Blood thinning effects. Vitamin E naturally thins the blood. In small amounts, this isn't harmful, but in high doses, it can increase the risk of internal bleeding, including in muscles. Seniors who bruise easily may actually be experiencing microscopic muscle bleeds that slow healing, leading to persistent soreness and weakness in the legs. Interference with vitamin K. Vitamin E can block vitamin K activity, which is vital for bone strength and muscle recovery. Without enough vitamin K, bones become brittle and muscles take longer to repair after strain, making seniors more prone to leg weakness and falls. Oxidative imbalance. While vitamin E is an antioxidant, too much can paradoxically disrupt the body's natural balance, leading to more oxidative stress. This damages mitochondria, the power plants of muscle cells, and reduces energy in leg muscles. Nerve impact. Some studies even suggest high vitamin E doses may affect nerve signaling, leading to poor coordination and reduced reflexes, especially in older adults who already face age-related nerve decline. The result? Seniors who think vitamin E will make them stronger may actually notice slower walking speed, more muscle fatigue, and increased instability. 3 research findings doctors want seniors to know. One large study, published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, found that vitamin E supplements did not reduce heart disease risk in seniors, one of the main reasons people take it. Instead, researchers noticed an increase in health complications, including bleeding and muscle-related problems. Another review of over 135,000 people revealed that high-dose vitamin E supplementation was associated with a slight increase in overall mortality. That's a strong warning sign that more is not better. Doctors now agree, vitamin E should come from food, not pills, unless prescribed for a very specific medical reason. Consider a retired teacher, 72 years old, who believed vitamin E capsules would keep her muscles strong and her skin youthful. She took a 400 IU supplement daily for years. But gradually, she noticed her legs felt heavy after short walks, and she had frequent bruises she couldn't explain. When her doctor ran tests, her blood clotting time was longer than normal, likely caused by too much vitamin E interfering with vitamin K. After discontinuing the supplement and focusing on food sources like spinach, almonds, and sunflower seeds, she felt her energy improve and her legs became less fatigued. Her story reflects what doctors are warning about. Sometimes the very supplement we trust can quietly undermine our mobility. Safer alternatives for stronger legs. Instead of relying on vitamin E capsules, seniors should eat nuts and seeds. Almonds, sunflower seeds, and hazelnuts are rich in natural vitamin E. Add leafy greens, spinach, Swiss chard, and kale supply vitamin E along with vitamin K, keeping muscles and bones in balance. Cook with healthy oils. Olive oil and sunflower oil provide moderate amounts of vitamin E safely. Balance antioxidants. Focus on a wide variety of antioxidants from colorful fruits and vegetables, rather than overloading on just one vitamin. Variety in diet strengthens legs far better than isolated pills. Vitamin E supplements may sound harmless, even protective. But when overused after 60, they may silently drain leg strength, increase fall risk, and cause complications that no senior can afford. The best approach is simple: trust food first. Let vitamin E come naturally from balanced meals, not high-dose capsules. We've walked through a very eye-opening journey today, and by now you understand something most seniors never hear directly from their doctors. Not every vitamin is your friend. For years, supplements have been marketed as the magic solution for aging, energy, and vitality. Many men and women over 60 have cupboards filled with bottles: vitamin D, C, B, iron, calcium, magnesium, fish oil, zinc, multivitamins, and countless others. The assumption is simple: if one vitamin is good, more must be better. But as you've discovered, that's not always true. In fact, in the case of vitamin A and vitamin E, more can actually be harmful, particularly for your legs, muscles, and balance after 60. Let's briefly revisit the key points. Vitamin A in excess can lead to brittle bones, muscle weakness, dizziness, and a much higher risk of falls. Many seniors don't realize they're overdosing on vitamin A because it hides in fortified foods, supplements, and even skincare products. Vitamin E in high doses increases the risk of muscle weakness, impaired balance, bleeding problems, and in some cases even strokes. While vitamin E is important in small natural amounts, large doses from pills or capsules can backfire, doing more harm than good. But the most important takeaway isn't just about what you shouldn't take, it's about what you should focus on instead. How seniors can protect their legs and muscles. Your legs are your independence. They let you walk to the park, climb stairs, dance at family weddings, and chase after your grandchildren. When seniors lose their leg strength, life becomes smaller. Activities you once loved feel out of reach. That's why protecting your legs after 60 is not a luxury, it's a priority. Doctors recommend 3 golden steps. Choose natural sources over pills whenever possible. Get vitamin A from carrots, spinach, sweet potatoes, but not in excess. 1 serving of vegetables a day is enough to meet your needs without tipping into dangerous territory. Get vitamin E naturally from nuts, seeds, and olive oil. A small handful of almonds provides just the right balance. No megadoses required. Focus on muscle-friendly nutrients. Protein, lean fish, eggs, beans, chicken. Your muscles need protein daily, especially after 60 when natural muscle loss accelerates. Magnesium and potassium, found in bananas, beans, leafy greens. These minerals prevent cramps and keep your muscles functioning. Vitamin D and calcium, crucial for bone strength. Natural sunlight plus a moderate calcium intake is usually enough, unless your doctor prescribes supplements. Adopt daily movement. Even if you only walk for 20 minutes, practice chair exercises, or climb stairs slowly, you're telling your muscles, stay alive, stay strong. The big lesson doctors want seniors to hear. Too many people believe supplements are harmless. But when it comes to aging well, balance, not excess, is key. The reality is your body after 60 becomes more sensitive. What worked in your 40s might no longer be safe in your 70s. Doctors are now urging seniors to treat supplements the same way they treat medication, with caution, awareness, and professional guidance. If you're concerned about weak legs, recurring cramps, or balance problems, the first step isn't to buy more vitamins. The first step is to check your current diet and supplement routine. Are you unknowingly taking too much vitamin A? Is your vitamin E dose higher than what's safe? Are you missing out on essential muscle-friendly nutrients like magnesium and protein? As you've learned, correcting these issues can make the difference between walking confidently or needing support. Think of your legs as your foundation. Without strong legs, even the healthiest heart and sharpest brain feel limited. That's why doctors emphasize leg health as one of the cornerstones of graceful aging. Remember, it's not about more vitamins. It's about the right vitamins in the right amounts from the right sources. So here's your clear action plan. Avoid megadoses of vitamin A and E unless specifically prescribed. Rely on food first: fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and lean proteins. Check your supplement labels and compare with your doctor's advice. Prioritize daily leg movement. Even gentle exercises count. Stay consistent. The small choices you make today are what keep your legs strong for the years ahead. Aging is not about decline, it's about smart adaptation. And the truth is, seniors who learn these lessons and adjust early often stay active, independent, and vibrant well into their later years. So the next time someone tells you, just take more vitamins, it can't hurt, you'll know better. You'll know the science, the risks, and the smarter path forward. And that knowledge could save you from unnecessary weakness, falls, and hospital visits. Take care of your legs because they carry you through the best chapters of your life.